We will never cut and run. We are Canadian. We are in Afghanistan with our family, preserving the lifestyle we are accustomed to back here. Debate over. Deal is done. We are Canadian. We will never cut and run. Abetting Big Brother, and all along they've been manifesting our destiny. Okay, this next one is West White Civilization. West White Civilization. Might is right. Enlightenment license. Vengeance over intelligence. White man's burden. Project West conquest and oppress. Making war all over. Savior out to slaughter and torture. Fallen from grace. Paradise misplaced. God abased. Chased and replaced. Bottom line's capital, the new divine. Money changers, lifeline, the only shrine. This one here is for all the people who are on this occupied territories. We are all mad and acting sane. How to explain? But isn't it inane that by our own complicitous nerve we sanctioned the reserve and placed the star-crossed there who are of lost and of no cost? My integrity comes cheaply and plurality is easy when I am the bully. Mad and acting sane, observing a stealth operation, carving a destination of time and space out of naught into naught. Truth transfused, abused and misused, crying no justice, no peace, while we all get obese and the police surcease and become the tyrant's earpiece, increasing caprice and surveillance by my own ordinance, mad and acting sane, plain madness disguised as sanity.
Okay, militant greetings from the Filipino-Canadian Youth Alliance, so ugnayan ng kabataang Pilipino sa Canada. We are a Filipino youth organization that has been organizing Filipino youth on issues of migration, racism, and colonization and imperialism in the Philippines. Filipinos have had a long history of racism, experiencing racism through 300 years of colonization, from Spanish colonizers to 50 years of American colonizers. And those 350 years of slavery and torture and murder have all been justified through racism. So we see that racism is not only a problem that affects us Filipinos, but it's a global thing, and it's a tool that's been used under the guise of imperialism and wealth and profit. To this present day, Filipinos, even though we're hundreds and hundreds of miles away from our homeland, we still experience racism on a daily basis here in Canada. Shame! Filipinos here are the third largest visible minority group in BC. Yeah, we're one of the most highly educated, yeah, one of the most poorly paid here. The LCP is one example of the racist policies within Canada that affect Filipinos. The Living Caregiver Program is a program that exports foreign trained professionals from the Philippines and has them work here as nannies, as domestic workers, as modern-day slaves. 90% of the women entering through the LCP are Filipino women. They're forced to work 24-hour days, away from their families, being totally isolated here in the richer areas of Vancouver. Filipino youth who are sponsored by their mother after a minimum of 3 years of separation come here to Canada and experience racism in the school system, through the justice system. Filipino youth have the second highest dropout rate next to Indigenous youth here in Vancouver alone. For us, fighting racism is not one single day where we come together like today. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday struggle. And for us, I mean, we're glad to see the people here united, wanting to end racism, but this is something we should do every day. We should take to the streets. It's atrocious that racism still exists to this day.
Cheers!
Dustin Rivers! Dustin Rivers!
Hello everybody! My name is Dustin Rivers. I'm a Squamish indigenous person from this land. My people have been living here for thousands of years. I grew up at the bottom of those mountains, just like my ancestors. For the past 150 years, my people have experienced this project called colonization. It began in this inlet with my people, and it continues today. This project that they started, the colonizers, to take our land, to destroy my people, to suffocate us, to exterminate us. Why? Because they believed that they were superior. Because of the color of our skin, because of the things that we believe and the heritage that we have, and the strength that we possess as indigenous people, as people of this land. And so it continued on with the stealing of our children, with residential school, with the 60 scoop, and even today. There's more children in care and provincial care today than residential school and the 60 scoop combined. And the daily lives that people see when they see indigenous people, do they see our culture and our heritage and the strength that we possess? But there's so much stereotypes and prejudice against my people to keep us down, to keep us suffocated. Where I grew up in the village, which we call Humalchistan, there's ceremonies that go on in this village, ceremonies and spirituality that predate the Egyptians, that predate the Greeks, that predate the Romans. But the education system doesn't teach this. It doesn't teach that our culture is still flourishing, that we still speak some of our language. I am proud of who I am. And so with the tools that my ancestors gave me, the legacy they gave me, with the language, with the songs, with the way to speak in front of you people, I stand you here, not afraid to be Squamish. Not afraid to carry this around. And not afraid to stand here and say, racism must end. So today we say no. We say no to the racism that we all feel, that we all see. That it happens and it's still happening. And so today we can say no to that racism and put an end to it. We'll see him.
To South Africa, you were there, and there are so many other countries, there are so many other people that are suffering the same way I suffered, the same way my people suffered. Please get up, and everybody, like we did, don't close your eyes, don't close your